Well, what's up, peeps and peepettes? Indeed, this is only June. Hey, can I talk to you for a minute here? You guys, I get a lot of viewers. I get a lot of people that's interested in my videos. They like me showing these firearms. I appreciate more than you know people to leave comments, like, and subscribe. But what I'm going to ask you for today is please subscribe to my page, leave a comment, and share. Okay? I love doing these videos, but I want to know if people are interested in them. I get these firearms. I like to show them out. I like to talk about it. Today, we're going to talk about a couple of different firearms, and we're also going to talk about some do's and don'ts. We're going to talk about some range. We're going to talk about how to shoot, how to hold your firearm, so forth and so on. Okay? So with that being said, if you could right now, could you please give me a like? Right? Okay. Now, introduce myself. I'm Only, better known as Only June. And I'm here to bring to you today the 10 millimeter MMP Smith & Wesson 10 millimeter Performance Center 10 millimeter. Okay? I'm going to do a safety check. Nothing is in the chamber. Safe direction. Finger off the trigger. Booyah. Right? Now, I'm going to start out with this, right? I'm going to start out by telling you the grips is great. It comes with 3 different back straps for the pistol. It also has these sandpaper-like kind of grips on here, if you will, where it really gives you a really good purchase on this firearm. Also has cuts on the slide and the barrel here, as you can see, right? Let me bring it in. Also has suppressor high sights, if you will. Glows in the dark tritium or whatever you call them. Y'all tell me. Leave that in the comments. What do you call these? They glow in the dark. Ambidextrous, slide release, slide lock. Both sides here. Easy takedown. Skeleton trigger. Let me let you see what this trigger looks like. Okay, from the root top. There we go. That's the wall. Booyah. So this trigger is nice, and I really thought it was really nice when I got it, which I think is nice, right? I like the serrations. I wish it had more serrations on the side here. It does have it in the back. You can also charge it with you off your boot or belt or something if you did want to charge it off of here. Some people like charging it this way, but it'd be nice if it had serrations right here on the front, which it don't. Has your release slide, mag release here, pokes out a little bit, as you can see, good enough to be able to just hold on to it and then get that magazine out of there. Also has the Picatinny rail bundle here for light or laser. Also has room for a red dot on here to lift this plate up, put a red dot on there, and go to work. Right now, with this ported slide and ported barrel, I guess it works. I'm gonna show you another firearm, a 10 millimeter, and I'm gonna kind of compare them both to you, right? And I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I think about this. And I think this is like a 5.4 inch barrel on this puppy here. For this to be a 10 millimeter, when I first shot it, I was really impressed, right? I was impressed the way, once you put these iron sights on target, it hits right there, right? Right? So I was impressed with that. Okay? Until I'm still impressed. But I found something else, right? That was my first 10 millimeter firearm. So I loved it, enjoyed it so much that I got another one. but it's not the same. Okay, first thing first, let's do a safety check. Nothing is in the barrel. Safe direction, finger off the trigger. Booyah. Okay, now this is a FN, right? Yep, FN 10 millimeter. Tactical. Okay, let's get that right. 10 millimeter tactical. FN. Okay, threaded barrel, right? Picatinny rail, right? Room for a red dot. These wings that come off here, and you'll just have your red dot. You get to keep your iron high sights on here, right? Serrations, nice. Listen. Okay? Listen. Now, tell me which one is the smoothest. Tell me, okay? Now, after you heard that, I'm going to give you a chance to check this trigger out, okay? Here we go. Take up, wall, crack. Crack. Now, let's talk about that. I've tried a couple of different FNs, FN 509, 876, whatever it is, right? I never got one because of the trigger. The triggers on the other ones, to me, suck. Okay? I don't know if this is because this is a tactical firearm, but this one here, the trigger is so smooth. It's easy to double tap on this 10 millimeter. And when you're shooting a 10 millimeter, double tapping is not what you want to do. But with this one, if you double tap, I can guarantee you it's probably no more than about an inch away because it's so quick. You know, and I'm really, really impressed with this 10 millimeter. I know they got new 10 millimeters coming out, but this one I'm really impressed with. It makes me want to get another one. But one of the things I do know is before I buy firearms, you know, in the beginning, you go buy a firearm or you hear about it, and then you're like, oh man, I want to get this firearm and get a red dot. You go to Amazon, you go get you a trigger for it, you go get you extended magazines for it, you know. You do all of these things, and then next thing you know, you go out, you hear on one of these videos another gun is better, you go buy that one, you dress it up, now you're buying all these things for it. And once you become accustomed to firearms and learn a little bit more about them, that's when you start looking at all of the other unnecessary things that you didn't necessarily have to buy, right? All these different accessories that you shouldn't have purchased or wish you didn't purchase. And some of them maybe you did because you can use them later on. And you can give them to somebody, or you can, you know, use them to test out how do you put something together or whatever, because some of these things are like Legos, right? But I would suggest you to do research, go to the range, shoot some, rent them. You can rent firearms. Sometime if you shout out to Modern Sportsman, if you're next to somebody who's shooting, I get people that come and say, hey man, I've never seen that before, man. I've heard about it. And I say, hey, would you like to take a couple of shots with it? Say, yeah. Say, get you a couple of rounds, come take a shot. Or maybe I'll give them, you know, 3 to 5 rounds just to try it out. You know, that's how we are in this firearm world, right? And you go to try it out, see if you like it. If you like it, maybe you want to invest in it and do your research, of course, on it before you purchase it. I would try a couple of them, you know, just like I heard about the 509 a while back, and everybody was talking about how great it was. I tried the trigger, hated it, and I said I'll never go to another 509, right? And the 510, I mean, you know, FNs. The FN 510 came out. I tried the trigger. I said it's cool. And then I tried the 510 tactical, right? I was able to go rent it, and I rented it, and I said, wow, I like this, right? So I shot it a couple of times. I bought a 50 round box of ammo, shot 50 through it, went home, did research, came back, shot another 50, and I said I have to pick it up. And now I'm a proud owner of this FN 510. And the way this puppy shoot, it is remarkable, right? It is this trigger. See, there's two different things, right? You got a thumper and you got what's the right word for it? A hitter, right? This is like a thumper, okay? Because when you shoot, after I shoot 50 rounds out of this, I'm pretty much done. But the thing about it is, when I shoot 50 out of it, it's usually one of the ones that kind of push you back, but not that much recoil up and down, right? And even though this has the threaded slide and barrel, this gives you a little bit more recoil, but this is also a thumper, right? But it's just for some reasons, just because this is longer, because everybody say the bigger, the longer the firearm is, the less recoil. Well, in this circumstance, that's not necessarily true. Okay, uh, this puppy here has less recoil. It just have more thump. And what do you mean by that, Omi? Well, the way I shoot, I kind of wrap my fingers around there, kind of make sure I squeeze the bottom of the pinky, and I put it on there, and I make sure my hand is on the bottom of it, not on the slide, but right below the slide. And the way I shoot, that it kind of goes this way, right? Pushes back more than it does up, right? So the way my back is set up, that I can't shoot this all day, right? But it's enjoyable to shoot, right? This one here gives you a little bit more recoil. So you shoot it, go up, you have to get back down on target. You got to go up, you got to get back down on target. And the other one is pretty much on target. It's just giving you a little bit less where you're getting it. Every time you squeeze the trigger, it goes up, but it comes right back down on point. So just one of the reasons why I really enjoy this. I like them both. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't get rid of them for nothing in the world, right? Now, this Performance Center did come with the hard case, right? A lot of Smith & Wessons don't. This one did come with the hard case. And again, it's the Performance Center. Comes with two 15-round magazines. This is the magazine here, flush, with the yellow follower. That's what it looks like, just to kind of give you a glance at it. And excuse me for this, but this one comes with a 22-round magazine. I do have them thumpers in here, okay? So I'm going to be safe while putting that in there. I'm just going to have you take a look at it, and this is what it looks like, okay? Now, has the iron sights, the tall iron sights here for suppressor threaded barrel, as you can see. And the reason why, why this have some thumpers inside of here, is this is my bedside, right? So there's 22 rounds in here. So if I have to get busy, yeah, you know the rest. But I would suggest again that you go to the range, you rent a couple of firearms that you like, try it out first. If you like it, one of the things I do to try to save money on things, I like to do a lot of research. I like to try them first. Even when I go to the range and I want to, if I'm gonna shoot a lot, go to the range maybe once a week or something like that. If you can afford it, get you a 1,000-round box, right? Go in there and maybe shoot, 150, 200 rounds, right? What I like to do is when I'm working on some kind of skill, if I'm working on my trigger press per se, right, I may go in there and just shoot 100 rounds because I'm working specifically on my trigger press. I want to make sure that I'm not jerking left, not jerking up, going down. I want to make sure that I bring it right back without me jerking the gun. Therefore, I'm on target. Uh, if I just go and bring 400 or 500 rounds with friends, that's fine too. But if you just take your time and practice and work on different things, whether it's the way you hold your firearm, the way you present your firearm, the way you squeeze it, here at the bottom, whatever your methods is. Some people wrap their fingers around here. Some people, they do it all kind of ways. Some people even teacup. I wouldn't suggest that, but work on what works for you to get the best out of your enjoyment and your practice and your training. What works for you. To me, it helps to buy 1,000 rounds because I can save money. And when you ever heard that saying that if you're rich, that you don't need to show people that you're rich, right? So if you have a lot of rounds, you don't have to just throw them down range all the time. You can take your time, have fun, work on your craft or your skills, and get better at what you like to do. And that's what I do. So I would encourage everybody to do that. And back on the firearms, I'm sorry to not show you, but the FN also comes in a box, but in that box come a bag, almost like the staccato bag. It also comes with a couple of back straps, and it also comes with some plates for your iron sight. It's a cool bag to have. I don't really trip on that because I don't really carry the bags in there, but just to kind of give you information on it. Now, again, this is a 22 round mag. This is a 15 round mag. And this puppy here sleeps with me, okay? That's why I got them head hogs in here. So it's good to have a nice bedside firearm. I also have a light. This is a cheap light, glow plant light here. This is actually, light laser. This is actually a really, really good light laser. Only thing with me, I don't know what I'm doing wrong if I'm not putting it on there tight, or maybe it shouldn't be on the 10 millimeter. First I had it on another firearm, it worked good. I changed it, put it on another firearm, and it dropped, fell. It must have fell like 3-4 times, and this puppy's not even scratched up. Got this from Amazon for the dirt price, you guys. This is really, really, this is like 1500 lumen or whatever you call it. Has a strobe on it and it has a light. It's great. And it's the green dot in there. This is good. But when and this is pretty heavy. So when you have something heavy on one of these firearms, that it kind of makes this part a little heavy, where therefore you're getting right on target. And that's just something that I will have at night on my bed stand. I make sure that I have a light on my firearms, whatever I have on my bed stand. Yeah, you guys, that's really all I have. If you have something, please leave it in the comments. I appreciate you guys who got me this far. But again, I appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and share. Everybody to leave comments, I truly, truly appreciate it. And I read them all, and if you look, I always get back to every single comment. There's some firearms people have questions about. They may have questions about some of the techniques that I use, how I shoot, why I shoot a certain way. I'm not perfect. I'm learning all the time. And I would suggest that everybody do the same thing. None of us is perfect. And this is day by day learning. This is people who've been shooting for 50 years is still learning. So by all means, I'm not perfect. I always like to work on safety. And that's why in the beginning of my videos now, I show you how I make sure our firearm is secure and safe. Okay? So with that being said, everyone, I'm going to get out of here. And I think I told everybody again, I'm going to run by this real quick. This fire has a really good grip on here. The trigger is remarkable. High iron sights on here. Threaded barrel. Picatinny rail. Place for your red dot. These two wings on here. actually come off of here and release on both sides, right? Okay, release for your magazine. All right, this one here just has a release for your magazine on one side. Real good grip on this firearm. Same thing. Has your Picatinny rail. Has your iron sights high. Uh, nice. I think it's 5.4-inch barrel. Also has a skeleton safety here. This is a really good fun firearm, but I just enjoy the 5 FN 10 millimeter a lot better. Yeah, I know I need to slow down. A little winded right now, but they both, again, you can put red dots on both of them. Both of these are a joy to have, to shoot. So that's my spiel for today. I'm sticking to it. Again, everybody, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. This is only June. I'm out of here. Stay safe. Peace.